Hey guys, good evening everyone. This is this like a spur of the moment Facebook Live that I'd like to share you something because I feel like really sharing to you something just because the energy is so high and it's my mom's birthday today and I'm quite hyped by the vibes, the enthusiasm of everyone. And after a good party last night until this morning with some of our top guys, I'm back here again in Dalmore, but not to drink, but just to visit. Yep.
Hi. Hi.
Of course, and on the other side. Yep. Okay, guys. I just like to share to you that the great thing about being successful and being able to reach for your goals in the amount of time that you decided, the amount of time that you planned it to be, is that you have made things in according to your own set of rules, in your own set of metric, your own measurement, your own pace, and your own liking. However, when you become successful, a lot of people would start thinking that it's just like that. You've already achieved it, and the effort should not be as it was before. It should not be as tenacious as it was before. Hindi na dapat ganun kahirap. So when people become successful, the tendency to celebrate will always be there. That's not bad. But what's bad is that when you celebrate and you would always expect that after being successful, things would be much easier. That is almost the notion all the time by those who work very hard and aspire to become successful, aspire to reach their goals, and once they have reached their goals, they start thinking that everything will just be fine. The truth of the matter, guys, is that once you've reached your goals, those hard-earned rewards, those dreams that came true, it doesn't mean things would be a lot easier. Remember, when you started from zero or from the ground up, you were at the bottom climbing upwards. That was difficult. Being up in that particular position, to be honest with you, is another tougher thing to be considered. And if you're not prepared and if you're not aware that you got to be tougher, that you got to work extra, more, and even in fact, mas marami kang gagawing efforts than when you were starting because you're now sustaining. It's just like the common cliche that to become successful is like easier than sustaining success itself. And that is quite true. I've seen people who are at the stage or certain state of their career become very successful. And when they encounter challenges, they easily get frustrated. They were not, behaving or facing and confronting the situation as good as they were before. The problem became, the problem became a part of the system that when somebody is like comfortable, it's more difficult to deal with challenges. And success is quite a tricky stage in life when you start thinking that it's already the finish line. In fact, success is oftentimes it's just a stopover. It's like a mini finish line, but not really a finish line, the ultimate finish line. Simply because after achieving your success, your goals, your preset or your preconceived ambitions in the past, once you have achieved them, it is just a start of another opportunity for you to set higher goals. And whether you want to set another set of goals or higher goals, or you just want to stay at that position, it's gonna be tougher for you when you don't do anything at all when you are at that position. Because, syempre, nung nagtatrabaho ka, nagsisimula ka, it's just like you're exercising every day. You're working out your body, your physical body every day. And when you do that, for first couple of days, that would be difficult. Succeeding week after week, it becomes easier, it becomes lighter. Then a month or so, you start feeling the changes in your body. You become stronger. You feel the strength. And then you see the changes in your body. You see the cuts in your muscles. Ganun din sa success. When you're in the field, when you're working on it every day, it's a lot easier. Now, once you achieved your dream body, assuming you're working out, some people who stop working out after achieving it become bigger, bouncing back to a heavier person, and then even, with worse health condition in the past. Ganun din sa success. I have noticed this one particularly. Sinasabi ko sa inyo ngayon to because this Sunday I would like to give you this lesson, this message that when you become successful, try not to forget who you were and what you were doing before you became successful. And once you do not forget that, and once you live up your life to that every day, every night, believe me guys, there would be an unending success coming your way. Opportunities will simply plunge into your pocket. Money will come in. People will keep, surrounding themselves in your liking, or to be like idolizing you, or to be looking after you. Because, a lot of times, nakita natin yung magandang bagay na magkakaroon tayo pag nakuha mo na. A lot of people just simply stop at, dreaming again, dreaming bigger. And marami nakakalimot din. Pag nakalimot, that's when their success crumples down. Pansinin nyo to. Nung nagsisimula, walang sasakyan, walang makain. Halos kapos ng pambayad sa bill sa utilities niya. Nung kumita, nagkaroon ng sasakyan, nagkaroon ng mga extra, nabayaran mga utang sa credit card sa ibang tao, nakabili pa ng bahay. And papansinin nyo ngayon, hindi na siya ganun kasipag katulad nung dati. Madalas na lang, magliliwaliw na lang siya. And then, dati kung ang panahon niya para mag-recreate once a month, nagiging baligtad, nagiging once a month na lang yung trabaho niya. The rest of the time, they recreate, they travel the world, they drink every night, they just party, and they just splurge, they just shop. That is fine, guys. That is fine. If you can tell me that you don't have to work for the next 5 years of your life without earning a single peso, but you can still sustain that kind of lifestyle, then you keep doing that. But if you are not at that state of wealth yet, and keep splurging and whining and complaining when things get tough, because you're like entitled, the idea of entitlement, consumed your success, and you start thinking, bakit ganito? I don't encounter good thoughts today. Bumili ako ng produkto, sa office, and I don't get the points right away. You start complaining. Pumunta ako ng office, kulang yung produkto. Paano ako makakabenta? Come on, guys. When we started, you don't even have a single product. And then when you encounter a client na difficult, late, nagagalit ka na ngayon. And when we encounter a challenging, a difficult customer, arguing or even challenging, questioning your presentation, you become impatient. Instead of being flexible and instead of being more accommodating, but the idea that mayaman na ako, successful na ako. Kung ayaw mo, wag, bahala ka, basta ako, mayaman na ako. That's not the kind of attitude a true success should give you. And if that's what happened to any of you or to any of your people, guys, this is the time to wake them up. This is the opportunity to wake them up. Have you ever remembered the moment na pinakamalakas ka sa buhay mo, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, you're happiest with your family, you're best at your school? Wag na sa NWorld, like you're in full circle with your barkada and friends, everybody's okay. It's simply because you are intact, you are one and united with yourself or with your entire group or you're with your entire course. Sinasabi ko to because, guys, you are all successful already. Nandito kayo sa chat group na to, nandito kayo sa page na to, simply because you are a success in your own rights. Hence, I'm telling you and I'm gently reminding you that after you become totally successful, I want you to not forget. I want you to not forget this lesson that I gave you tonight. Do not stop seizing opportunities, but never at the expense of the earlier goals that you have achieved. Not because na-achieve mo yung set of goals that you set 2 years ago or 3 years ago would mean you just have to stop today or just relax today. People depend on you. You may have goals that are totally impossible to achieve and then like 6 months later, na-achieve mo sila lahat. It doesn't mean they're so impossible and then you in a matter of months time na-achieve mo, you got to stop. No, that's not right. You can stop when everybody who believed in you, your core, those people who signed up to you directly, yung na-sponsor mo, you stop dreaming when all their dreams have come true, have come into reality. True, successful people like you guys do not whine, do not complain. You do not let the outside force take charge of your success. You do not let the outside career of the bad things. You know, it is the lifelong goals, lifelong profession, lifelong task, lifelong job of pessimism to put you down, to prevent you from achieving your goals. Haters will try to hate as much so that you would quit on the goodness in life. So either you succumb them, you dominate them, or you let atrocities, negativities take over you. Remember this, when you become successful, you're most vulnerable. You're most vulnerable to become a failure. Why? Because you have a big stake that you have to sustain, and if you don't sustain that, you got something to lose. But when you had nothing, whether you fail, that doesn't even qualify as a failure because you have nothing. So why fail? That's just simply called try. But when you become successful, when you don't do anything very good at, that's called failure. Pag nagsisimula ka, it's simply called a trial. So, there's no shame. There's no conscience telling you, nakakahiya. There's nothing like that in the beginning, simply because you have nothing to lose. When you're already there, you have to remember that there's a conscience telling you that. And I hope you're listening to that conscience. So, you're very successful right now. Keep it up, but never, ever be complacent. Do not settle for that. Do not relax. And check your heart. Always check your heart. Because if you don't check your heart, success will take over everything that is good in you. And when that happens, little do you know, you're simply winding down, and then suddenly you begin to wonder what has happened to you. And then at the end of it, you will start looking for a scapegoat. I'm not good today because there's not enough products available. I'm not good today because matigas na ulo ng leaders ko, kaya hindi na sila ganun ka-cooperative, hindi na sila ganun sumusunod. I'm not doing today because, it's just after holiday, so it's alright, we can take it. But before, you take no reason, you take no excuse to justify failure. Remember, stay hungry. Do not settle for the success that you have right now. Keep it up until those people who believed in you are already successful. And once that happens, you will then understand that success is, after all, not about the material things, the goals that you set, you wish to achieve in a specific amount of time with a specific set of goals and set of actions that you have to take. But the real success is how you have become all throughout the journey. I hope you had a wonderful lesson from me tonight. Thank you guys. See you around. To God be the glory. Good night. Perhaps good morning already. Cheers, guys. So, this is your president, the First Lady, and the chubby, no, the Pinuno, Kingmaker, And just wishing you a wonderful evening ahead and a lovely week ahead of you guys. Keep it up. See you at the top. I mean, the higher top. All right? Cheers.